Do you have issues backing up your RV or trailer, or do you have prep for a backup camera already on your trailer and you were looking at the Furrion prices and just not wanting to pay that price and wanting something a little bit cheaper that might work just as well? You may want to stay with us for this video. Alright everybody, in this video we're going to show you how easy it's going to be to install this Haloview MC7109 backup camera system on your RV trailer. We are putting ours on our Rockwood 2109S mini light that is a 2022 and already has Furrion backup camera prep already on it. And the beauty about this this one here is that it already has a plate that you can adapt onto the Furrion system, or if you don't have the Furrion system, you can just hook it up. We are opting to use the Furrion mount just so we have a little bit more protection against the weather and getting closer to the trailer. So let's go ahead and show you what's inside the box. Alright, so we have the Haloview MC7109 here. As you can see, these are all the components that come in the box. The cool thing here, obviously you've got your camera, and then you've also got the 7-inch screen. You got all the mounting brackets. We've already got one of the mounts already on there, and then they also have this base plate mount here. All the connections, your cigarette lighter adapter for the power. Now the cool thing about this one, if you do have Furrion prep on your trailer, it comes with this mounting plate that will go right into that factory mount. And as you can see right now, this is set up to be straight up on the trailer, so we'll have to come back through here and take these 4 screws out back here to be able to mount it to this plate. Now the other part I've seen with some of these other cameras, and some of the reason we went this direction was that you have all these other ways to wire everything in. This one actually comes with an adapter that goes on the back of the camera, but also adapts to the factory Furrion prep in the trailer. So we literally are just going to be able to plug and play this thing and not have to splice any wires, which will be amazing. And we will show you guys the reasoning why we're choosing to go with the plate method once we get up closer to the trailer. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so you can see here we've got our Furrion prep, and so I've already undone these 4 screws. We're going to take that off, and now down in here we're going to have that little plug, and there's just a little cap on there, and you can see that there's the connection right there for the Furrion prep. Now when you're looking at this guy, you can see we kind of bolstered this up here, and the idea is when this thing comes in here, we're going to fill up that little space with that little piece of styrofoam, and then we'll come back and put some sealant over the top of it so it'll give it a nice clean look and also be watertight just like the Furrion camera is. So that's literally the only difference, is just coming back through here and putting some kind of a blocker. We opted to just use a chunk of the styrofoam out of the packaging. Figured might as well just recycle that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing put in. So as you can see, these 2 pieces won't butt up. This is where that adapter comes into play here, where we can just come in, snap that right in, and then come in here, snap and turn, and now we've got a clean connection to the factory system. And all we have to do now is kind of work these wires in here This seems to be going to be the most trickiest part. Okay, so now you can see, this is on the camera this time. So now you can see we got everything put in there, got those 4 screws, got the adapter and everything tucked behind the factory Furrion mount. And the reason why we opted to go this direction is that there is a seal and stuff back here. I just don't feel there was a reason to disturb all that to put it right back onto the trailer, which we could have done. That other mounting hardware would allow us to do that. But we get to go right into our factory prep, and the only thing we have to do is just come back over the top of this here and kind of seal this up once we know everything is functioning correctly. So you got the adjustability with the camera wherever you want it, and now we're going to go get the antenna for this guy to finish this up. Now the setup did come with an extra antenna. I'm not sure if maybe we just don't get enough signal, that maybe we can install the extra longer antenna. But we're going to try this one first and just kind of see how it goes. So now we got to go inside the truck and start to set up everything else with the camera. Okay, so now we are in the truck. We've got our connection there. You've got the cigarette port, the 12-volt port, and then you got this connection wire that goes in the middle, hooks up to our screen. All we have to do is come down here. There is a button on here to turn this guy on. Now we got the dot, we're going to hit the power button. Now it defaults to this 4 cam setup here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to hit the select button. We're going to go all the way to cam 4. That is the default setting when you're setting this guy up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the menu button, and it's going to give you a couple options here. In the bottom corner here is the one for pairing. So we're going to hit the over button until we light up the pairing button. Now, when I hit that button, I have 20 seconds to get to the back of the trailer and to push and energize that pair button. So we are going to do that here real quick. I'm not going to be able to video it because it's going to be a pretty quick dash to the back of the trailer. Alright, so we are now done with the install. We moved everything to the front and started playing with the pairing process. It wasn't working too well. We read through the directions a little bit more. It did come with an extra cable with a positive and negative end. We just took one of our drill batteries and put that near the camera, did the sync up for that, and it ended up working out just fine. We got everything paired up appropriately, and then we moved everything back to the front of the truck, and it was fine. Now we did have to play around with this just a little bit, and the idea was we couldn't get the camera to respond in the first little bit, and then I figured out we had to have the running lights on permanently to get everything fired up for the camera. So do note that if you got this camera and it's not responding correctly or it's not coming on at all, making sure that you got your lights permanently on while you're moving or while you're trying to use the camera, that will solve that problem. As soon as I turn the lights back to auto and it's daytime, the camera shut itself down. So do note that. I do think this is going to be a good product. The screen is nice and bright. When we were backing up to the trailer, so we got that new CarPlay system with that extra 9-inch screen for a backup camera, and we cruised right back into it. It was so nice. So now I've got cameras on both sides now elevated to help navigating while we're out camping, which will be amazing. If you haven't seen that video with the CarPlay install, I will drop it down below here. But impressions with this, I think this camera is going to be really good. I think the Haloview makes a decent product, especially when you're comparing it to the Furrion counterpart for this. This camera here ranges anywhere from $250 to $300. The Furrion counterpart that they want you to install on this trailer is $600. It's half price, and I think you're getting just as good of a camera, and this one integrates with the Furrion system, so I didn't even have to go in there and splice any wires. It came with the adapter cable. You just clipped it all together, threw it back up in there. Obviously we're going to come back afterwards. Now we're going to put that RV sealant on the top of that little opening there just to make it weatherproof, but using that closed system there is really going to help just keeping any moisture from getting back to the inside. So that will be good. But let me know, are you in the market for one of these cameras? Even the CarPlay one in the front. But if you're in the market for one of these Haloview cameras, do you have one? How do you like it? Drop me a comment below. Let me know your experiences with the camera. What cameras do you use? Let us know that below. But that pretty much is going to wrap this up. It was a simple install. If you're not filming it, it could take 15-20 minutes max. It's super simple, super easy. It's definitely, I think it's going to be a great upgrade for us. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss when we install cameras all over the place to help us not look so goofy when we're going out to our camp spots. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next adventure.